Joining us now is economist and CEO, Economist Associates, Dr. Ayo Teriba, to discuss the latest, I guess we're hearing, on the aftermath of the presidential elections. Thank you for joining us on the News at 10.
Thank you very much, Amma.
So this government now has a fresh mandate to lead the country for the next 4 years. What should be its priority now?
Another mandate.
Another mandate, that's
A second
right.
term.
A second term.
Well deserved.
Whichever way you
well
put
deserved,
it.
I would say.
Okay.
We've had the past 4 years. You can say 3.5, but it's more than 3.5. It's just 3 months before the 4th year, in which the president leading a regime that
a tenure or administration, not a regime. It's not a military regime. Sorry. Go on, please.
You can debate that. Leading a regime, that came in with a lot of credibility, with a lot of trust from the populace to make a difference. Their mantra was change.
Yeah.
And we need to focus on what we learned in those 4 years and what we should do differently.
As regards the economy?
As regards the economy, in the next 4 years. I listened to Alhaji Lai Muhammad just now, saying the things they will do for the people. And one single message, from the first term to the second term, is that the focus was a lot about what we wanted to do for the people, for the economy, for diversification, for growth, for unemployment, for poverty. And we omitted one thing, and I'm urging Nigerians and the new government to try and deal with that one thing that we omitted, is that economics is about means and ends. And, we get consumed about the ends that we want to achieve, and we often forget the means with which to achieve it. So I can sum up the first term about that.
Yeah.
That we were all about ends, and then we couldn't find the means to deliver all that we aspire to do. So in this second term, I urge the president and the government to try and let us speak more about where to find the means to achieve the ends, so that more ends can be achieved. If you think I'm speaking...
You might want to simplify that, for the rest of Nigerians, what you think should be done to stabilize the economy going forward, because it's been rather topsy-turvy for a while now.
You are making the same mistake now. You're talking of stability.
Okay.
There are three things.
So I'm still talking about the ends.
Yes,
I'm not talking about the means.
About the means.
Okay.
So it's about growth, it's about stability. But for you to get growth and stability, which has been elusive, you need liquidity. The decline of the oil price, which robbed us of maybe $50 billion a year in export earnings, has made the country illiquid. So where you start, get the liquidity. So if you have a patient that is anemic, don't worry about the body weight, which is the growth thing. Don't worry about the body temperature, which is the stability thing that we're going to talk about. Giving the patient enough blood to survive. So the regime should put on the front burner where to find the money to pursue the aspirations that we are convinced that the government wants to do, that each budget, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, has aspired to do. But in the end, we couldn't fully fund the budget. That the central bank wishes to stabilize the economy, but in 3 years, they've not been able to move any of their monetary policy levers, because why? No liquidity. Reserves are low. They can't meet demand in foreign. So Nigeria, should talk about where we will get the money to make sure that budgets can be funded, that ERGP, the aspirations listed in the ERGP, can be funded, that central bank can find the reserves to meet demand in the foreign exchange market, like our peers, other countries are doing. Money first. Where to find the money? Not the things we want to do for the people, not investing in our people, not diversifying the economy. Because in the end, if you can't find the money, you can't do anything. So let's talk about where that money is going to come from.
And this is obviously going to take time. So you're
It's
asking
not going to
Nigerians,
take time.
can you put a time frame to it? That's if, this is the blueprint you're presenting before the government. Can you put a time frame to it? And you say, if they're serious about it, they can achieve this. But people really want to see the end. So
It's not
how
they.
much time do you
It's
think
not they, it's we.
Okay,
if we are serious about it. And it turns out that money for a country, a nation state, is the easiest thing to find. Because we are very rich on national assets.
Okay.
You don't have to sell them, you can lease them
Dr. Ayo
to unlock liquidity.
It's been a real pleasure speaking with you tonight. We could go on and on. Thank you
Thank
again
you
for
very
joining
much.
us on the News at 10. A pleasure having you here.
Thank you.